Hello, this is Okan, and in this video, we are going to be reviewing and comparing the original Apple iPhone first generation. And this iPhone is an 8GB, and it was purchased only a couple weeks after launch, so it is pretty much an original. This phone is running on iOS 3.1.3, and I've changed this password just for this video. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing just some of the major apps, including settings, Safari, iPod, and camera. So let's go into settings. As you can see, it took some time to load, but now we're in. General, About, and as you can see, it is on 3.1.3. Now let's go to Safari. And now let's just search for, from the beginning, let's search for iPhone first gen. And I know this phone is more commonly known as the 2G, but I just like to call it the first gen. So here it is. Videos, pictures, Wikipedia, that's that. Now let's go to the iPod app, which they no longer do. They changed its name to Music in iOS 5, and it has the iPod Classic with the orange background. Here it is, songs, and also I miss when it did this because I think it's cool and I like it when it did that. So I wish they kept that. And finally, let's go into camera. This 2-megapixel camera was decent for 2007, but nowadays it's pretty poor and not great. So here's this video scene from this camera, basically. So, okay, so that's the review for just this phone. So now let's compare. So I'm going to be comparing this to the iPhone 3GS, iPhone 4, and iPhone 5. So let's start with the 3GS. This was on iOS 6.1.6. And I also featured this phone in an unboxing video. So pretty much the only noticeable thing about the front of the phone is, I'm not sure if you can see this, but you can see the volume switches and mute switch slightly better from the front of the iPhone 3GS and 3G. So sides, the iPhone 3G and 3GS were, I think the only, well, no, they aren't, but they had metal buttons, and the original iPhone had plastic buttons. So vice versa, the original iPhone was the only phone without metal buttons. So here's the back, the curved back, and then the curved and then flat back. I'm not sure if you can see this, pretty sure you can't, but actually the 3GS and iPhone 3G were slightly thicker than the original iPhone. So the original iPhone was, in fact, the thinnest iPhone until the iPhone 4 came around. So now let's compare it next to the iPhone 4. This iPhone 4 is running iOS 7. So the front, right off the bat, you see the front-facing camera, and then the same speaker grill and home button, and they're the same size. And then the sides, it had a flat side, and on the back it had a flash right there. And finally, here it is next to the iPhone 5, which is running iOS 8. So it is significantly taller, and the iPhone 5 was the first iPhone to have the 4x5 vertical, 5 vertical, 4 horizontal apps, unlike the 4x4 apps in the older iPhones. So here's the sides, again, flat sides. And also on the iPhone 5 and in fact on the iPhone 4, the iPhone 4 was the first iPhone to have the separate buttons, not the connected buttons. So that's the sides, and it was the first iPhone that was noticeably thinner, like in your hand. And here's the back. Again, flash, and I'm not quite sure what that is right there. And here is a final look. This is iOS 3, iOS 6, iOS 7, and iOS 8 lock screens. So please like or subscribe to this video if you liked it. So thank you for watching, and bye.